Welcome to Paul's Kitchen. My name's Paul, and like always, please hit like, subscribe, share, and please, help me out by letting everybody know about me. Today I'm working solo for a little bit. My wife's at work, and we've got a very limited weekend due to her work schedule, and I'm not planning anything major, but to a lot of my American friends, they ask, what's a Canadian dish, Paul? Like, what is it about Canada that you make that we don't? Well, there's a few things I've covered on air already. One is poutine. It's a little comfort food. It's tasty. It's good. It's not hard to make, but it's going to be multiple parts here. So first part is, and I'm working the camera by myself. So first off, we got some russet potatoes. I've got 4 potatoes, and you know what? Some of it might go in trash because we don't need it all, but this is just the way I cook. 4, if my wife is hungry on break and she really wants more, and she can have more. So these are just chopped up. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these in the basket of an air fryer. Now, if you don't have an air fryer, you can bake them. That's not a big deal. I like the air fryer because it just makes a really, really good potato. So we're just going to pour this in here really quick. And you're supposed to put all your seasoning on there. I don't use a whole lot for poutine. I really don't, because of everything else that's going to go in it. It's just not necessary. So, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to taste everything else. So I mean, putting a lot of spice on this isn't really going to be a good thing for you. So I'm going to put the camera back down, and bear with me. I know this is a little bit of an annoying bit, but it works. So we're going to put a little bit of black pepper. Don't need a whole lot, but just pepper it. I don't use salt because you don't really need to. Somebody's going to argue with me, I know. There's always going to be somebody that will argue, but you know what? Don't worry about it. You don't need salt. So I've got some extra virgin olive oil. It's rich taste. So this is an air fryer, not a deep fryer. So you don't need olive oil, but you do need some. This is as much oil as what you would use when if you're going to be baking them or something like that. We're not boiling them because we don't really want them that much like that. But just stir it around so that there's a little bit of oil in all of them, if you can. So I'm going to put this in here, and you want to make sure you're going to put it on for about 25 minutes. And by all means, you can babysit and watch it for a little bit. But so they're in the air fryer right now, so we're going to let that go. And when we're ready, I will be back to the next part. So I gotta prep some the cheese, the gravy. I have some leftover gravy I'm going to use. So we got the gravy. I'm going to cut up some onion. Got to have some onion, but I don't like it cooked on this. And you know, the cheese. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Welcome back. So I've got done with my potatoes. And I'm just going to turn this around so you're not going to see my ugly mug for a little bit. So again, I'm sorry I'm working alone right now. But here we got our potatoes. They're nice and crispy. Now, you're technically supposed to use cheese curds. This week it was a little hard to find them, so we're just using regular cheese. This is mozzarella cheese, some white onion, and some gravy. So we're going to assemble this. So I'll turn this around here, and we're going to start by putting some potatoes into a bowl. While Amy may not necessarily be here to partake in the video, I'm still going to serve her, so I'm still going to be nice to her. So we're going to put some potatoes in here, and it's not rocket science. It really isn't. It's actually pretty easy to make. So we're just going to put potatoes in the in the bowl here. There's her potatoes. And I'm just going to put this back in the air fryer here. I'm not going to close the lid, but it's a little in the way there. So we're going to take some onions. We don't need to have a whole lot. We really don't. But I believe with potatoes it's always good to have some onions. I'm just going to mix it in here. I'm always a big fan of onions. I'm not a big fan of them being cooked, but maybe you like them cooked, right? It's always a good thing. And yeah, I'm not wearing my apron. It's a little warm right now. I just don't need the extra heat. It's only a quick video, so you know what I mean? It's not a big deal that way. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to grab my gravy mix. I'm using beef stock gravy. Now, if you were at the store and you can actually get it, and I'm imagining if you're in the United States, you probably won't, but I could be wrong. You could use poutine sauce if you want. It's just basically gravy. Poutine sauce will have a little bit more sweetness to it, but it is what it is. Typically, it should just be a plain old gravy. It doesn't have to be spectacular. If you can get some cheese curds, do that. I'm not going to be one to beat up on people if you use regular cheese or if you use curds. It is what it is. So I'm going to sprinkle on quite a bit of cheese here. Poutine is a very cheesy potato dish. This actually is a Quebec French thing. This is like if you were to go to Quebec and go to McDonald's, they don't serve, maybe it's changed now, but for the longest time you wouldn't be able to get regular French fries. You'd only get poutine. And that's not a bad thing, because in today's world, if you're paying attention, you can get poutine on a lot of your menus on a lot of restaurants, and if you'll pay attention, it actually isn't cheap. But it's not exactly a cheap dish to make. It's, you know, gets a little pricey and can be time intensive. I mean, you got to slice your potatoes. So I mean, it does take a little bit of work. So mix everything in really good. Make sure you have some napkins, because believe me, it does get a little messy. And this is my poutine. I gotta turn this thing around because I suck at using the thing here. So this is my poutine. I got one for me, one for my wife. She's at work right now, so I'm just gonna go into bed and surprise her. But that's just my short style poutine. Simple. It's not really that hard. So it's, you know, a few ingredients. You can spice up as much as you want. If you like it hot, you can do that. But here it is. So I hope you guys like it. Let me know if you try it. Let me know what you think. And I hope you guys have a good day. Remember to please hit the like, share, and subscribe. Let all your friends know about me. Anyways, you guys have a good day.